Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Yikes. So somebody seems to be grumpy. Anger and rage. This could be somebody that you've been with in the past. Could also be a current connection. However, the communication may be very distant. There's hardly anything. There's not a lot of communication here. Others of you, this could be someone that you've met. It's a situationship where there's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. I have to say these cards, at the very least, 1, 2, 3, they are very, very dark. 4. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Wow. Sagittarius, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. These cards, why I call them dark, is that the energy is very upsetting. Dark and dreary, like gray clouds. Now, this is your person of interest, but it could be that you are also feeling this. First card's the strongest. We have here anger and rage, followed by illness, wellness. After that, we have order. Then we have abundance, betrayal, mothering, wild woman, selfhood, and under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have growth. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Sagittarius, whatever I have done, I'm not proud of. I realize now that the things that I have said and done, the things that I never said that I should have, the things that I never did that I should have done, it makes me realize that this was a missed opportunity and I did not value you. In fact, I took you for granted. Basically, I shot myself in the foot, metaphorically speaking. I caused my own demise, and I don't know what to do about it now. I understand there's certain things that you have gone through, but there are many things that I have gone through. The unfortunate thing is I never told you much. I feel like I'm stuck in a certain set of circumstances. I cannot release myself from the burdens, the restrictions, the constraints. I can't release myself from this. I feel hopeless, a sense of despair, depression, loneliness, and there is emotional trauma. The responsibilities and restrictions I have, I cannot let these go. The thing is, I never really told you about many of the things that weigh me down and hold me back. Right now, I'm at a crossroads, and I'm surrounded by thick clouds, fog, in fact, and I can't see clearly what road to take. I don't want to make a mistake. so I stand still. For me, whatever we've gone through and whatever I've experienced, I am in this state of mind where I'm just confused. I feel confused. I also have a lack of understanding. I don't feel that there are certain things that are clear. And because of this confusion, I dare not make a move, because I might make a mistake. I understand that you feel like I took you for granted. I took advantage of you and manipulated you. I took what I wanted from you, hardly giving back, because I knew you have full potential, even for earning money, finances, being settled. This is something that you wanted. This is something that you wanted to be. Stability is what you wanted. And I betrayed you. You wanted to be settled. You wanted to have a commitment and you wanted to be exclusive. But I betrayed you. This feeling of betrayal, I couldn't exclude this. I had to include you in this. You are part of this betrayal because I have betrayed you. You thought you knew me, and it turns out you never really knew me at all. Nope. This is a situation where I've broken your trust, I've broken your faith, and at some point you may not be able to move on because now you can't trust. And I feel that I have betrayed somebody that was so gentle, loving, soft, caring, protecting. I hurt you, and I'm aware of this. You are someone that has always been there and always given unconditional love. The problem is, I always took you for granted, that you're always going to be there. And I understand that the things that I have done behind your back, they were not right. In this connection, there has been deceit, deception, betrayal, suspicion. Not telling you the truth, not telling you the whole truth, hiding certain things, changing stories, not overindulging in information, not telling you more than I should. But because of that, you have seen my sneaky ways. You have seen the sneaky behavior. This should never have happened. I shouldn't have been treating you like this. You didn't deserve that. And I do see you now as somebody who has moved on. You have this aura I see from a distance, and I feel afraid. I feel intimidated by you because now it's as if you were single and ready to mingle. And that scares the hell out of me because I'm the one that lost you, and that's why I'm angry at myself. I lost you, and it's because of me. I see you now as very guarded and very defensive, but you're also very independent, self-reliant, self-sufficient. You don't need me. You don't need anybody. And I see you focusing on your life. In this connection, things happen quite suddenly. I didn't really try to understand or learn the true you, who you really are. I only looked the outside, the body, the physical, and that's it. But going forward, Sag, what I want to do is I want to grow and get to know you more. I want to do things the right way it should have been right from the beginning. I never did that. But I've heard that you can handle this and you can deal with this. But I've realized that I can't. I feel like you have moved on. And the problem is that this was a good thing. But I messed things up. I ruined it. And now all I can say is that if I had a chance, I would want to restart right from the beginning and start getting to know you. I want to get to know you more. I really want to know who you are on the inside. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your fears? Certain things that you've never really truly told me, because I never gave you the time of day to talk about that. I would only want you in the selfish way that I do. And where did that get me? I broke your heart, and right now my energy is quite scattered. What I want to do is get to know you better. The real you, the you on the inside, and not just the outside physical. For me, things have changed. And I see approaching you now is difficult because now you've changed. But the only reason you changed is because of the actions that I took. And you simply reacted. That's understandable. But I am angry, annoyed, irritated with what I have done. Myself. I'm upset because of what I have done. All right. Sagittarius. I mean, a few words here. Definitely a person feels like they've lost you. They also see you in a new light. They feel intimidated by you. And after this disconnect, now they realize that they could have actually had a great relationship with you. However, what they were doing, they were just trying to quickly get whatever it was that they wanted as fast as they could without learning who you really are on the inside. For some of you, the word sudden may mean something. For some of you, this connection happened very suddenly. A very intense sexual or sensual connection that started off suddenly and then it ended just as fast. That's what this person is feeling. Now, keep in mind, guys, I did not see the grief card, right? For me, the grief card, the healing card, the wisdom card, those come in an order. And it's very important for a person to have that grief, to have that regret and feel guilty. Now, that's not, okay, that's not what we had here. So just keep that in mind, right? This person realizes what they did, but they're not showing that sort of feeling. And that still means you need to take it easy with this person, not rush into anything. Interesting, we have here coins. Now, earlier you did have abundance. This does tell me that there's something to do with either, and I hope that you have a good job, or that you're earning a lot of money, or that you have a lot of potential, a lot of talent. This person actually realizes this. It's more advantageous for them to have you in their life. That's what they feel. Now, it's interesting here. We have coins again. So here we have the 4 of coins and the 8 of coins. For those of you who are new, This deck I like to read in the reverse, and I go a little bit back in time to see what happened in the first place when things started to go downhill. Things were great. At some point, things started to change and shift, and one of you may be wondering, what happened? Some of you also may be wondering, is this your fault? No. No, it's not. What I'm seeing right now, and I'll get into the details, this is not a you problem, this is a them problem, okay? This is for those of you that never received any closure, and you deserve it. This person could have abandoned you, they could have ghosted you, they could have just faded over time and maybe even breadcrumbing you. And you're wondering, what did you do to deserve this? You gave them everything you had. All right, let's have a look. 4 of Coins. The 4 of Coins, it talks about being miserly with wealth, with talents that this person had. Conversely, it also talks about being overly generous and overly generous spendthrift. There was a need to conserve and protect resources. This talks about talent, this talks about money, land, or quality that should add richness to one's life and have satisfaction, but it's the opposite here. It seems like this person had a lifestyle where they were not valuing. I mean, they may value money, but it also just goes, meaning this person was not good in terms of stability, settling down. They may have had certain habits, but whatever it was, it shows me here they're not really like 110% great with money. That's what I'm seeing here. We also have here the 8 of Coins. Let's have a look at the 8 of Coins. The 8 of Coins, it talks about how your person of interest was not interested in using their talent. Here it talks about avoiding work, the need to bring talents to the next level. Perhaps it's time for vocational education. This person felt dissatisfied for the payment for the work done. It's interesting here. Your person of interest may have been in this connection partially or maybe fully for financial reasons. That's what I'm seeing here. And they were very much dependent on you, or maybe just the stability, because their habits are not truly the best habits. They don't want to really work hard in that way, what I'm seeing here according to the coins. And also, they are not good at saving in a way. Now, this person who you're with, I mean, this person could be very, very rich. But even rich people, they got money problems too. It doesn't actually matter if you're rich. In fact, the more rich you are, the more problems you have, because it's just all the more. And there's some people that do think if you're rich, it solves all problems. No, it doesn't. In fact, it gets a little worse. So at the end of the day, what I am seeing here, there's some type of struggle regarding being settled down, being committed in a relationship, being the type of person who needs to work hard. This person was not. This is what happened back in the day, right? This entire relationship I'm seeing, it's almost as if you feel you've been used. Some of you, at least, I'm seeing. You feel like you've been used, and truly, it's shocking for you because you didn't think that this person was like this or that they could be like this. Now this individual realizes that they went a little too far. For you, it may have been extreme. All right, I have here the Beginner's Tarot. So I'm just going to have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. We have here the Page of Swords, followed by the 3 of Pentacles. And you have the Hermit, followed by the Hanged Man. A lot of introspection here. These two cards especially. Even Even the first card. Sorry, I just want to fit that there. Oh boy. Okay. This is an interesting array of cards here. So the first card's the strongest. We do have here the Page of Swords. Whatever this person has done, they have realized that they were wrong. And because they were wrong, they now also realize that they can't just approach you the way they used to. This person is now in like a reconnaissance mission, okay? And they are trying to find out what you're up to, what you're doing these days, who you're doing it with, everything that they could possibly find out about you. They're stalking you online. Now, some of you may not have an online presence. That simply means that they're trying to figure out what you're doing. This could even be through readings. It could also be, for example, asking somebody who's a common friend or family member or something like that. The grocer, the teller, somebody that's common in between, right? So just to figure out what you're up to these days. The reason why is because this person actually has lost confidence. This person may have seemed very confident before, but now they've lost confidence. They feel timid. I'm getting the word shy as well. They just really, they may appear like a king, but they, at this point, are not anymore. We also have here the Three of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be, there's multiple ways I interpret this card. This could be somebody that you've worked with in the past at the workplace, or even current, if that's the case. And even if you have somebody that is, that you were introduced through, for example, certain people or an association, if there's yourself and some other organization involved, that does show me here that this person's falling in love with you. But for others of you, if that's not the case, what I do see here is that they want to actually, going forward, they want to manifest, they want to construct, they want to have peace and harmony and partnership. So this person wants to work on a project with you or something, so that they just have the excuse that they're close to you. Now, earlier I did say you didn't get the healing card in the first set. I was talking about 3 cards that usually show up, which is the grief card, wisdom, and the healing card. So for me, the Hermit is very similar to the healing card. Your person of interest is finally starting to understand that things should have been different. And now they're taking a step back. They force themselves into isolation, force themselves into loneliness, not truly being able to understand the situation. For that reason, they are distancing themselves, isolating themselves, self-contemplation, introspection, detaching from the everyday world to regain balance, but literally being a hermit, to understand why they do the things that they do, why they did what they did when they were in this connection with you. Not only that, they're still thinking that, but a part of them, while they're thinking that, and then they're in that hermit mode, they're also waiting to see if you have any reaction, if this person reached out to you, or even the reaction now. Are you going to reach out to them? They're waiting to see what you do next. They're waiting around. Now we also have here the King of Swords. What I'm seeing with this right now is that, yeah, interesting. I didn't even notice that. That's the King of Swords. That's the Page of Swords. They truly are this, Sagittarius, but this is the overall arching theme, King of Swords. This person acts like a king, even though they are not even a queen or a knight. They are a page. King of Swords talks about how your person of interest may seem all rough and tough and very, the masculine energy, the alpha energy, although deep down on the inside, they're very soft. This person is acting emotionally detached. They're very nitpicky. They're very critical. They're making decisions based on logic, practicality, what is realistic. They're not basing anything on love. And I just realized you guys don't have any cups here, right? So, guys, be careful. It's about money, money, money. Be careful. This person is not in the connection for the type of reasons that they should be. there's many people in the world, and it happens, where many people are in a connection for money and for finances, for being with somebody who has a lot of potential. And, you know, there's no harm in that. But the problem is when there's no love accompanied with it, or when there's just simply affection, right? I'm not even seeing a whole lot of sexuality here, or that lustful or passionate part. Sagittarius, if this person reaches out to you, my recommendation would be to take it very slow. No, you have to take it slow with this person. They are slowly falling in love, but we're not there yet, right? So it's going to take some time. Just do not rush. Don't rush into this situation. What you need to do is have this person change from the King of Swords to the King of Cups, right? How you make this person so emotionally vulnerable. That's what they need to be in order to be in any connection. Love connection has to be. All right, guys. I have here Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and, Uriel, my God, just fell right down. No, with an exclamation mark, no. We have here, ask your angels. Followed by trust. So what I'm seeing with this is that some of you feel very lost now. You feel there's no real direction. And with that issue, with not having direction, you don't really know where you're headed. But that's the problem. There you are. The angels are saying, let go. That's the problem, because when we are waiting on someone else, when the ball is in their court and we have them owning that ball, right? The issue is that we are the puppet. They are playing us, and they are doing things in a way where we are dependent on them and we fear them. Yeah. This is a matter of letting go and forgiving the person, actually. The majority of you. So if the majority of this reading is resonating for some of you, most likely this is going to apply to you as well. First card is the strongest we have here. No. No, that does tell me that they know, they are aware that this person most likely is not good for your fate and your destiny. So you have a very good life ahead of you, and you may have a lot of good things to accomplish and achieve for the greater good of humanity. But if you're with this person may bring you down. Here we have ask your angels. There may be certain things that you've kind of felt a disconnect because you're so rushed in the mind. You're just constantly worried. I see here like anxiety. Some of you have a lot of anxiety because you just don't know. Nail biting. Ooh, somebody's biting their nails. Oh, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Nervousness and worry only attracts negative energy, and that's like even worse. You don't want that. Okay? If it happens, it happens. And if it's deserved, if this person deserves somebody as good as you, then it'll happen. Okay? But sometimes it does not happen because you deserve better. Please understand that. That's the reason sometimes certain things don't turn out well. And 10 years down the road, we realize, you know what? That actually worked out for me. So here we do have ask your angels. The way I ask the angels is I called upon Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel through the power of Jesus and through the help and power and permission of his Father, Jehovah God. He has other names. Yahweh even. However, when you say this, these angels are like the employees. So they also need permission. So you can ask the Holy White Light of God for permission to allow them to come and help you. Now, within a split second, they are close to you, not physically, but energetically. Now, sometimes they're also physically close. They don't have to be, though. But when you do call upon them, you can make your request, ask them the question, try to just say it in your heart. Let's not say it out loud, because sometimes negative energies can hear it and they just start acting all weird. You think, oh, that's a sign, but it's actually negative energy pretending to be the angel. So just say it inside your heart. We don't want to, talk to any like spirit guides and thinking that they're who they say they are, even though sometimes it's false. So it's important for you to keep this in your heart, keep this in your mind, ask the questions that you need. Intuitively, you will receive answers. We also have here trust in the divine, trust in the Christ consciousness. This is Jesus. This is God's plan. The plan is written by angels. It's written by the celestial beings in your book of life. Okay? The devil throws in a monkey wrench. Sometimes things go sideways and they have to rewrite. It's a constant battle. So don't worry about it. Okay? If you've invested so much time, energy, and effort in this person, consider this not as a mistake, okay? Consider this as an experience. And just remember not to repeat it again. Notice the red flags, okay? I'm seeing in my mind's eye, be assertive. Let the person know what your boundaries are, let them know what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. Here we also have, wow. Oh my God. Here we have a sentence. The sentence reads, yes, let go because you're ready and remain positive. Wow. That is amazing. That's super amazing. Yes, it's time for you to let go of this person. You are ready emotionally, spiritually, physically, because you've already been through a lot. It's important for you to remain positive, because the more positive you are, you will be attracting positive energy and the outcomes will be positive for you. Here, the overall arching theme is forgiveness. It's better to forgive than to have the grudge. Now, the easiest way to forgive is to have compassion for the person. Just understand that, you know what? This individual, they did what they did because they didn't know any better. And most of the time, that is the case. People don't go out wanting to hurt you. It's very rare when that actually happens. It's just that when you're together, at some point, your ambitions become slightly different. And they just don't want that. So they move on. Why? Because they have a mind, a brain, they have a background of their own, right? They think differently. But some people just don't say it. And when they don't say it, Sag, it's not worth it, because that person's not your person. If they wanted to be open, if they wanted to talk to you about commitment, right, they would have told you. But because they're not, then that means that their agenda is something different. And that doesn't mean that you were missing out or that you were losing something. No. It's because the heavens know that your fate and destiny, you're destined to do great things. But if you are with somebody that brings down your energy, your vibration, okay, then that's not good. That's why sometimes we have to let go. And as it is in the Bible, forgiveness is key. If you forgive, it's always the easiest thing, because what happens is you're able to also let go of that negative energy bubble that kind of orbits around your head. No matter where you go in the world, you'll always have that grudge, that feeling. So that's why it's important. Once that's gone, you'll also feel lighter energetically. Why not? Sagittarius, that is your reading. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments as much as I can. For those of you who are interested in personal readings, I do have on my website some of them that are available. I do have one on past life and spiritual connections. One is on love. That's exactly what you guys are probably looking for. So that is a PDF plus an audio, a lot of information I provide. And also there's one that's called the Chakra Checkup. Now, a few times I kind of got a theme here that there's some negative energy that may have affected you over time. And that particular package that I have, that is me teaching you how to cleanse yourself. And my methods are very different from typical yogis. The principle's kind of the same, but my method is quite different. I've invented it because it came to me intuitively, and it works. I do have the ability of viewing remotely negative energies in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. So when I do that, I like to tell you what you have, how many you have, and I teach you how to get rid of them. And it's very important to get rid of them because remember you had remain positive. It's important to have positive energy in your life because then you can attract more positive energy. But if you have too many negative energies around you, that will not even take place. Whatever's owed to you karmically, whatever's written in your book of life will come to you once you get rid of negative energies. Okay? I also have some self-help guides. Please have a look at those. They are quite helpful. They're different scenarios regarding negative energies and things like that. And also, for those of you who are new, I do have another channel, Asnointia Audio. That is on YouTube. The videos are absolutely free. One of the videos that are probably going to be quite helpful for you, the recent one I uploaded, it's called Letting Go and Moving On. And that is very much on point with what we've seen today because you got the Let Go card. So please have a look at that video. I talked to you about why it's important, how to even do that, why some people can't even move on. And I do use like real life examples with some of the emails that people have sent to me regarding their situation. So please do have a look at that. And the videos there, guys, are absolutely free. They're more audio recordings. I do just have the visuals just for entertainment purposes. Just go about your business, do whatever you need to do. Hear me in the background, and hopefully it will provide you with some guidance and a little bit of help in your situation. I do have videos there on past life and spiritual connections as well, and one on negative energy, explaining all of that, as well as relationship-related advice. So I do have others there as well. And like I said, the videos are absolutely free, just like this channel. Please do like, share, and subscribe to that as well as this channel. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if any of this has resonated. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.